Hello friends. And in this video, I will show you what you need to add to the pit when planting tomatoes so that they start growing quickly, so that the tomato stalk is very thick, powerful, so that it can withstand a large harvest that you will have if you add this organic fertilizer. Cooking it is very simple. Everyone can do it, because it's completely free to do. After it, roots will begin to form quickly, because it will be easy for them to do it in the pit. Now I'm going to plant a lot of tomatoes, there will be such a bed. I will tell you about watering in the next video. Quite an interesting watering this year I made with my own hands from improvised materials. And it works great, but we'll talk about it in the next video. And now we will talk about tomatoes, and of course if anyone has any questions, ask in the comments. Well, let's take it in order. First of all, when a tomato already has 4 real leaves, and in my case there are already 6, then they can already be planted in a greenhouse or open ground. The main thing is that they are hardened and that the weather conditions allow it to be done. The second is that the pit itself should be deeper than your pot with seedlings. Namely, so that the first real leaves, when the sprout is immersed in the pit, are directly above the ground surface. Thus, new roots are formed along the stem that will be in the ground. And the larger the root system, the faster the tomato will begin to grow. Cotyledon leaves need to be removed. Now I will actually tell you what you need to add to the whole. Here is such a mixture I have prepared. Namely, here the wood ash, which is made from dry wood, vines, branches from the spring pruning of the garden, was all burned together and of course not thrown away anywhere, because it is an excellent organic fertilizer. Namely, the ash contains potassium in large quantities, phosphorus is also present and many different macro and microelements that favorably promote the growth of the tomato root system. Also, as you can see, there is something white here. This is an eggshell. I added it about 1/3 of the total volume of ash. I will answer right away why it is needed here at all. There are few macro and microelements or fertilizers in it as such. It's mostly calcium, which is useful for the strength of growth and for strengthening the plant. It is necessary to detail the shell, and first of all it will act as an excellent baking powder. If you have a dense soil, then just under the root system, where milk roots will then grow, it will be easier for them in loose soil. Despite the fact that the eggshell does not rot in 1 year or even in 2 years, it overheats in the ground for a very long time, thereby gradually releasing calcium during watering, and does not allow the soil to condense. I want to say that I took the shell from raw eggs, not from boiled ones. And I add about 50 grams to each hole, and you can't put seedlings on it right away because the roots may suffer. You need to mix well with the soil that is at the bottom. Now there will be enough macro-microelements, and of course the soil will be looser. And this top dressing is great for neutral and acidic soils. And soon you will see how your seedlings will become thick, and will give you an early, large and delicious harvest. Now we take the seedling itself and extract it from the pot. As you can see, the clod of earth does not fall apart. Now you need to pour water over the whole and wait until it is slightly absorbed into the ground. Then you can immerse the seedling so that just this soil is also saturated with water. We install it exactly so that it is not tilted. And sprinkle with soil. I will explain why this is so. Look, the earth has remained loose and moist from above. And it does not need to be watered anymore. Because it is very wet in the area of the root system, and the roots will now quickly begin to spread and grow. And if we first immerse it in a dry pit, and then fill it with water from above, then the water will reach the roots, but a dense thick crust will form on top, which will then be poorly permeable to moisture and air, and the roots really need them. So I followed such simple tips. Using such a simple fertilizer, you can know for sure that you will get a good harvest at the end of the year. Who liked the video? Put a like. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel so as not to miss the release of new videos. I wish you a good day. See you in the new videos.